Hello there, folks. Hey, this quick video today is going to talk about a really interesting idea using the HasAccess function, which is in the Security Manager, to show different items on a display page. So normally, the Security Manager here in the lower left-hand corner, you can set up some users under here. Nothing here, but you can set up different users, and you can give different users different access rights. So for instance, you can see here Joe has user rights 1, my buddy Ty has user rights 2, Billy Bob has user rights number 3, and Mr. Don is the king of all. He's got user rights 1, 2, and 3, all of those. So he's got access to everything. And normally when I'm doing security, or the way I'll teach it, is people will go to data tags and they'll use security here at the tag level, and you can do different things at the tag level, which works great. It is awesome, and that works well. But I have a customer who has asked a very interesting question. He wants to be able to only show certain items on a display page based on what user happens to be logged in. Very interesting question. He only wants to show based on who's logged in. So I'm using here a database from something else. So please disregard the names of these pages. This one was called OPCUA and the other one was called Modbus. Is for something else. But what I want you to take in is the OPCUA is the main page here, and then we push this arrow and it will navigate us to this page called Modbus. Now, on the properties of the Modbus page, just let me first start off here. I need to have the security manager kick in to log to check in somebody. So I'm going to right click on this page anywhere. I'm going to right click anywhere on this page and go to properties. And I want you to notice here on the properties that this is the page properties. If I go to the security tab, you can see right here I've got access control for R1, R2, R3. How I did that? Well, I clicked the edit button here and I choose users with specific rights. Normally I think it's default object, but I put users with specific rights amongst this choice. And I've chosen user rights 1, 2, and 3. That's what I've done here. Now, of course, we know that the 4 users I have configured, at least one of them is using one of these, and Mr. Don has knowledge to all 3. Anyway, that's what I've done at the display page. So that gives me the R1, R2, and R3 here. So what that means is when it comes to this page, somebody has to log in. Okay, and I'll show this here in a second. Now, what the customer wants is, depending on who logs in, will determine which one of these items right here might show up, and so forth. So I'm going to double click on this thing here, and nothing, it's just a standard operation tags going across here. There's nothing fancy, same stuff everywhere, except when I get to the show tab. On the show tab, I have this function here called HasAccess. Now let me show you something, team. Can I get to it here? Hold on here. Yeah. If I go to the lower right-hand corner and click System in crimson, go down here to System, expand the functions tree, and within the functions tree, there's a category called Security. So if I expand the security tree, there's a bunch of functions in here, but the one I'm looking at is this one called HasAccess. And again, any function over here, usually, team, any function that's over here that you don't know how it works or so forth, you can right click on this and you can show help info. And if you have PDF viewer or something on here, it'll open up. So this function apparently will return a integer value, probably a 1 if it's true, a 0 if it's false. And what I'm going to do here is it's a bit mask representing the various undefined or user-defined rights here. So for instance, bit 0 is going to be a 0.1, bit 1 would be a 0.2, bit 2 would be a 0.4, bit 3 would be a 0.8, so forth. You understand? It's all bitwise. So this is where I'm getting the 0.1, 0.2 04, you'll see here in a second. So I'm using this function. I'm going to close this down. Don't need to look at that anymore. So this has got user right 01. Notice that there's 0x01. Okay. And I added a little text box here so we can see this later. Let me double click on the next guy. And this one has user right 02. So this guy I'm expecting only Mr. Ty can interact with. And then this one down here, I'll double click on this guy. On the show tab here, I've got it says 04. So this one is looking at user rights for operator number 3 there, bit number 3. 012. Yep, that's correct. So you can see here it's Billy. And then these two things here, I want everybody to have access to these. So you don't have to do this, but in this case I did here. I'm going to double click here, go to the show tab, and this one has user right 7, which is going to be bits 0, 1, and 2. So remember, bit 2 is a 4, bit 1 is a 2, and bit 0 can be a 1. So add those up, that gives you a 7 in decimal. Anyway, so I'm going to double click on this one because I was doing the same thing here, but you know what I'm going to do here, team? I'm going to get rid of this and make this so that it's, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to get rid of this so it's always visible for everybody. So by true, it'll be there by default. Click OK. All right, let me save this. Let me download this to our screen and let's see how this little demo works out. So I go over here to the web browser. This is the default Modbus OPC web page. Here I'm working. I'm going to click on this little button here. Boom. Notice right away the security manager pops up. That's because of the page properties. So I got to log in. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to type in Joe. My password is awesome. It's number 1. How easy is that? Simple. So look, I went to the second page and Joe has access only to this guy and this one because of that number 7. So if I want to turn this on and off here, I can. And if I want to put a number in here, 1, 2, 3, for instance, I just changed that value. Oh, you know what else I forgot to show you? Hold on. So if I hit the back arrow here, this button right here, because I want to make this happen every time, if I go to the action of the back arrow, it goes back to this page. However, let me look here. Where am I doing this at? Somewhere here I'm logging off. Nope, it's not there. Maybe it's somewhere I'm logging off. Where did I do that? Hold on. What do you think here? Is that supposed to go back to the page? Oh, maybe it's back here. Let me look at this page here. Hold on. Somewhere I'm logging everybody off. It's not there. No. Where am I doing that? Somewhere I'm calling the program log off. I'm calling this user log off. I can't remember now. But anyway, that's weird. So let's continue on. All right. So if I hit the back arrow here, maybe it's on that button. Hold on. Let me double click on this button. No, it's right there. That just takes me to the page. I don't know where I'm doing it. I know I'm doing it somewhere because watch. I'll hit this button. I go back to here. Now if I go relog in or go to the page again, once again I got to re-authenticate. So this time, let's pretend I'm my buddy Ty. And Ty has access to this field. So let's make this one 456, for instance. Of course, Ty can turn on and off the relay because that's set to everybody. So let's go back to here. Let's log in this time as Billy. So we'll go here. And of course, Billy can change this one. So we'll put it 789. Notice that Billy's logged in, so we can't see these two. That's exactly what the customer wants here. But we can see this one and do this. So now if I go back to here and this next one, let's log in as Mr. Don. Don is the guru here. So let's go ahead and do Don. Boom. Don has access to everything. So he can see this one and this guy here and this guy here. So Don has rights. What I mean by rights over here, look, Mr. Don has all 3, 1, 2, and 3. So that's why he gets to see everything. And of course he can change everything too. But anyway, so that's a quick way of how you can use the HasAccess to determine what is viewable. I really never thought about this idea, but pretty cool. Notice it. Wow. Did you guys see that everything just went out there? It all disappeared. Anybody want to take a guess why? Take a gander? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because back here at the Security Manager, I got the inactivity set to 30 seconds. So after 30 seconds of inactivity, everybody's logged off, and that's why all that stuff disappeared. That's why that way. Now you could also get the clear the name by doing this here, but 30 seconds, and that's why it all logged off. So if I go back to here, go back and re-log in as Mr. Don, go hit enter, boom, put the one, see how it all comes back. But after 30 seconds of inactivity, you just saw it, everything disappears. Anyway, so that's just a quick video, team, on how you can use the HasAccess function to show what displays on a certain page. Pretty darn cool idea if you ask me. Yep. All right, well, thanks a lot. Have a great day. Y'all see y'all later, folks.